everybody. So I have been to 4 clerks of the court trying to get a hold of this pre-foreclosure list. The reason why I'm going in person is because if you are purchasing this list from a company that sells it, more than likely by the time you get your hands on it and you start calling it, the sellers are really angry because they have been contacted by 20 people just like you before you've had the chance to even touch base with them one time. So the easiest way to get around that problem is to get the list directly from the clerk of the court. The frustrating thing is when you're going into these government buildings, you are dealing with government employees and they are sitting behind a desk that services the public. And what's interesting is every time I have asked, no one has helped me. I've never heard of that. I don't know what you're talking about. That doesn't exist. What we have is a judicial default list. Here's what it is, but I don't know what it is. You can get on our computer and look at each case file and see if it has to do with a mortgage. I couldn't tell you that. You have to buy each record. It's like, how many more hurdles can you put in your way when all I'm trying to do, I'm not even trying to buy a foreclosure. I'm trying to get to them before that to provide solutions. I am now here in a parking lot where I feel like I'm this close to getting my hands on this is because a very helpful security guard at the judicial clerk of the court works where the auctions take place. He said that he knows what list I'm talking about and he knows where it's posted, and he got on the phone and he figured out where it's at. That's not even his job. I could just squish him and tell him how much I love him because I feel like I've been looking for this list for a long time. And again, if you're like, why didn't you call before you went? I have called and waited on hold for hours and chose different clerks of the courts and different options and got a hold of different people. It was so painful. So here I am. I'm really close. I'm gonna go get on the elevator, take my kids out of the car again. It's 109 degrees outside today, but I'm going to get this list and I'm gonna try to find out as much as I can about it to help you out. So 1 second, stay tuned. I'm going in. Just gonna pull in. I can tell you where to find the list now. However, you are not allowed to take the papers off the list and go make a copy. You're not allowed to take a picture. I went and talked to the security guards and they said, we've seen people take out their phones and take pictures. However, the clipboards that you're looking at are, you know, a stack of papers this big, printed front and back. And so as you're lifting them up, you're getting upside down and whatever. And the best answer that I have is that people are going down there and they have a notepad and they're handwriting the property addresses, which is so Stone Age. Everyone who works around there has no idea who's actually coming down and putting those up. I went to the library, I went to information, I went to security, I went to the clerk, I went everywhere. I don't get it. So that was awful. Awful. I don't know if you could tell how frustrated I was, but not only was I not successful, not only did I not get any answer, I spent the entire time running around to multiple county offices in Mesa and Phoenix. In Phoenix, I was there for almost 5 hours. No one seemed to know who was in charge of that list, how it ended up on the wall. It was like a ghost posted it. And I think it's really interesting that in a government office, they're claiming no responsibility for it. It's just not repeatable. It's not something that you can build an entire business on. If your business is relying on you having access to that list to be able to get in front of those homeowners and be able to help them out, I cannot imagine driving down there every single day and handwriting them to then enter them into somewhere, to then skip trace them, to then do all of that to even get to the point where you're trying to get on the phone with them. That's crazy. Awful. There's gotta be a better way. Hi everybody, so I am here to make my life easier and hopefully your life easier as well. I'm here with the beautiful Landry Morby, and you might be looking at us and thinking, hey, they don't look alike, and that's because she's actually my sister-in-law. So this is Pace's sister, Landry, and she is going to show us how quick and easy it is actually to pull the notice of default list using batch leads. So let's do that.
All right, so super easy and straightforward. We're just going into my batch leads account to property search, and I'm just going to go up to the search bar where you can look up a specific address, city, zip code, or county. So we are going to focus on Maricopa. Grab that from my recents and let's see what we've got. So in Maricopa County, there's over 1.4 million properties, so we definitely want to narrow this down and see what we get. So all you have to do is go to the filter button at the top of the screen, and there's a lot of different sections here, so you'll just go down to the pre-foreclosure and auction tab, open that up, go down to the status, and what we're looking for is the notice of default. Grab that, and we're done. We're gonna click apply and see what we get.
How many properties did we get?
We got 33.
That is exactly what I wanted. Beautiful. Now if I wanted to skip trace these people and try to get some contact info for me to call them, how do we do that?
So let's just go ahead and select these. We want all of these 33.
Yes, please.
And add, and I'm just gonna add it to, let's just put it into my pre-foreclosures list. I'm just gonna click save for now and put it into my properties section under my list. So it's gonna take a few minutes to upload in here. What was that like with, gathering that in a different form rather than with just like 2 buttons?
Oh, you don't even want to know. It was so, I probably spent collective probably 16 hours on it, and including 7 hours one day, and I left. It's not only was it frustrating, I wasn't successful, and it's just not repeatable. So if you're going to base your business on this, or you're going to be relying on getting yourself in front of these people, I could not repeat that. Like, even if I didn't have 2 little kids who are right there climbing all over me while I'm trying to do it, I could do this all day, every day. I could do this every night, and see what new, and be the first person to give them a call.
Yeah, I love that. That is nuts. Like, when you really think about all of the extra work that you have to go through. Instead, you could just be like, I'm going to just see what's going on. Click a button, and you're like, okay, cool. I'm going to give them a call. Yeah, and see if I can get to them first. So let's see if we got these in here yet. All right, so now in my list, those have now loaded. So let's check these 33 out. We can start clicking on the addresses to look at the details if we wanted to, but just getting straight to getting their contact info, all we have to do is select them in the top left, grab all those guys, click actions, and skip trace.
Are you kidding me?
That easy. That's probably like 8 clicks total. And then you're just gonna click skip trace. And then after a few minutes, you'll be able to go to the skip tracing section in batch leads. And now it's just processing.
Oh my gosh.
So easy. So after it's done, you could literally download the results with all of that information, their phone numbers. You could push it to a campaign with a button.
I do want to do that. I want to call them. Can I call them on this?
If you pushed it to, we could push it over to batch dialer. Which would be good, and that's really easy to do too. So after this processes, we can push it over there if you want to do that.
Yeah, I do.
And actually give him a call. Okay.
Well, I'm not going to give him a call right now, but I just want to know if you can do that.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Super easy. Yeah.
This is crazy because I gave us 2 hours to do this. I got here late because there was an accident on the 101. But what time is it right now?
Let's check it out. It's 2, so it's been like, I don't know, 15 minutes.
I know. So I got to walk in, she got to see my kids, and and here we are. We set ourselves up, got the camera going, and look at us, we're already done, and it's 2:22. I probably got here at 2:07. By the time I walked in, it was 2:13. We're talking less than 10 minutes, including us setting up to film. So if I wasn't doing this probably would have taken me less than 5 minutes.
So crazy. And it costs $3.30.
That's insane. See, now that's a good cost per lead that I like.
Yeah, right?
I can handle that.
Yeah, so it's already done. It got all of those 33. So if we wanted to, and we're like, okay, I definitely want to push those over to start calling them. First off, really cool thing, especially because there's only 33 of them. There is one of the new updates in batch leads that I thought I'd mention. Instead of pushing it over to the dialer to call 30 people, you could also, depending on the plan, of course, but if I went into, let's just grab that list of those 33, I could go to those properties now, and they have the skip trace information. I could hover over the phone numbers and see if they're a litigator, if they're on the national DNC, and I can click on the phone number and just call them right here.
From your computer.
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
No. So cool. There's 30 people, you could push it to the dialer, but why not just spend a few minutes right here?
I'll tell you what, if I don't get a deal out of this, then something's wrong with me, because it's definitely not something wrong with this. I honestly, the fact that we are sister-in-laws, I appreciate your time more than I can say, but I think I could say for everyone who is going to watch this, this is so much more powerful to be able to recreate every day, to have this be a consistent part of your lead generation, and to get a deal.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, thank you so much. I know that was incredibly short, but I think that is where the power lies in this, is to show you how incredibly and truly easy this is. This is something that you can repeat every day as often as you want. And it's really nice because you can get yourself in front of these people easier and be able to help them and give them some solutions, because you know what you can do, and it's a really scary time for them and they need some help. So thank you, Landry.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for including me in this to show you guys how super easy it is.